Hello, and welcome to your lesson on arithmetic sequences. Today we are going to make sure that you can recognize arithmetic sequences as functions. Okay, so first thing is, what is an arithmetic sequence? So it's just a series of numbers where each term increases or decreases by the same amount. In this case, we see 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. Every time it is increasing by 5. So that makes this an arithmetic sequence. It has to have that same difference. It's called the common difference. So the common difference. Okay, so again, let's look at this one. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Is that an arithmetic sequence? Is it increasing by the same amount? Here we go up by 2, then we go up by 4, then we go up by 8, then we go up by 16. So this one is not an arithmetic sequence because it is not increasing by the same amount. Arithmetic sequences always change by the same amount, that common difference. What are this one? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. In this case, I'm adding 4, I'm adding 4, I'm adding 4. So this one is an arithmetic sequence because it's increasing by 4 each time. And this last one here, I'm increasing 2. Then I increase by 3. Then I increase by 4. Then I increase by 5. So this one is not. So remember, arithmetic sequence, it must increase or decrease by the same amount, that common difference, to make it an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so let's talk about the formulas for arithmetic sequences. So this is the formula for an arithmetic sequence. A sub n is the formula for any term. When we talk about the nth term, we're talking about any term. We use that to talk about any term, the nth term. We also have right here, it says A sub 1. That's the first term of the sequence. We also have, this part's called term position. So this is n minus 1. So this is whatever term we're on, that term number, minus 1. So if we're looking for the fifth one, to be 5 minus 1. And then d is our common difference. So we can use this to write the formula to find the nth term, any term in the sequence. Okay, there's also a recursive formula. Basically, it just says that if you try to find any term, a sub n, look at the term before it. A sub n minus 1. So I'd look for the fifth term, I'd look for the fourth one, and then I would just add the common difference. Okay, so I mean, that's a pretty simple, it's called the recursive formula. It's something you do over and over and over again. Okay, so this one, we're going to determine if the sequence is arithmetic. If it is, find the common difference. So here I see it is I'm adding negative 10, negative 10, negative 10. So this one is yes. D equals negative 10. So remember, it's negative 10 because we're looking at what are we adding. We have to add negative 10 to go from negative 30 to negative 40. Here, 4 to negative 4, we're subtracting 8. Negative 4 to negative 14, we subtract 10. Negative 14, negative 24, we subtract 10 again. So this one is not arithmetic. Okay, so now let's look at some other ones. Given the explicit formula, so they've given us the formula for an arithmetic sequence, find the first 5 terms and then the term named in the problem. So you'll notice for these, I'm sorry, these should say A sub n. I forgot that it messed up the formatting on here. So for this equation, notice that they've actually gone ahead and distributed out. So remember that our formula was A sub n equals A sub 1, the first term, plus n minus 1 times d. So they went ahead and multiplied it out so that they distributed the difference into it so that you ended up with a formula more like this. So to find the first term, all we're going to do is put in 1 for n. So if I put in 1 for n, I get 32 minus 4.5. So that means my first term is 27.5. Now I can keep putting in the terms It just be times whatever number and the term is there. Or I know that I'm subtracting 4.5 each time. So I just keep subtracting 4.5. So 27.5 minus 4.5 would give me 23. Minus 4.5 would give me 18.5. Minus 4.5 would give me 14. Minus 4.5 would give me 9.5. And there's my first 5 terms. Then it asks me to find the 10th term. That should be an A sub 10. Sorry, it messed up my formatting when I imported this. Okay, A sub 10. So find the 10th term in the sequence. So this time I'm going to just say, okay, 10. So 32 minus 4.5 times 10 is 45. So I end up with 32 minus 45, which gives me negative 13 would be the 10th term. Okay? So here I have A sub n equals, next problem I have A sub n equals 2/3 plus 1/6 times n. Find the 18th term. So again, to find the first term, we're just substitute in 2/3 plus 1/6. 2/3 plus 1/6 times n would simply give me 5/6 is my first term. My next term, we're adding it, would be 1. My next term would be 7/6. My next term would be 4/3. My next term would be, let's see what that'd be. It'd be 9/6, which is 3/2. So you have to simplify those, okay? So that one's sort of hard to tell because it's got all those weird fractions. Find the 18th term. All we're going to do is substitute 18 in for n. So 1/6 times 18 gives me 3. So it'll be 11/3. Would be A sub 18. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so now let's look at doing this a little bit different. We're given the first term, A sub 1 equals 8. And they gave us the common difference, D equals negative 3. We're going to find the first 5 terms and then the explicit formula. So let's do the first 5 terms first. So I know A sub 1 is 8, so it's 8. I know my common difference is negative 3, so I'm subtracting 3 each time, so it becomes 8, then 5, then 2, negative 1, negative 4. Well, that was pretty simple, right? Now, to write my explicit formula, A sub n equals my first term, which is 8, plus n minus 1 times negative 3, my common difference. Okay, now if we wanted to write it out a little bit differently, we could multiply out. So we can multiply the negative 3, distribute it to the n and the negative 1. And that would give me 8 minus 3n plus 3. I can combine the 8 and the 3. I get 11 minus 3n. So that would be another way to write it. You could write it either way. Either of these two ways is perfectly fine. Okay? So let's look at the next one. Again, it gave me my first term is negative 5. Common difference is 3.5. So I've got negative 5, and then I add 3.5, which gives me negative 1.5. I add 3.5. Gives me 2. Then 5.5. Then 9. Then when I want to write my formula again, A sub n equals my first term, negative 5, plus n minus 1 times 3.5. And again, I can just leave it like that. Or you can go ahead and simplify it out. Okay, so go ahead and work on these on your own, and I will see you all in class.